This is what an oil field in India could look like. No rigs, no refineries, just paddy stubble, millions of tons of it left behind after every harvest. And it could be a way to redefine fuel security in increasingly volatile times. India imports nearly 90% of its crude oil requirements, meaning it feels every distant crisis at the fuel pump. Meanwhile, this potential fuel resource, which India has in abundance, gets burned in the open air, polluting the skies instead of powering anything. But what if this residue could become usable fuel? Well, that's where bioenergy comes in. Crop residue can be collected, processed, and converted into compressed biogas, or CBG, a renewable fuel that can help power vehicles, industries, and communities.
We have seen what has happened in the Gulf. So it's a matter of energy security for the government because we import a lot of gas. And previously there was regulatory uncertainty. Now for the investors there is certainty because the government has mandated CBG to be mixed with the fossil fuel gases.
Of course, turning agricultural residue into fuel isn't as simple as flipping a switch. The real challenge is building a steady and reliable supply chain. But who collects the residue? How is it transported, and how do farmers benefit? Well, enter firms like FarmWatt.
Our basically concept is to connect the dot between the agricultural farm and aggregate the agricultural waste, store it and supply it to the biogas plants throughout the year, or biochar or biopellet plants throughout the year, so that we can convert it into green energy.
And investors are increasingly looking at agricultural residue not as waste, but as part of a growing bioeconomy, which can mean rural jobs, cleaner air, and better use of resources.
We are very happy that finally we have one resource of energy that India is abundant in, right? Because our country has everything else apart from energy, and we are severely import dependent on that. So that's largely how we sort of arrived at biogas. And of course, what have happened in the West Asia and in Iran, etc., that sort of exacerbated it. And the need is very, very clear. I mean,
The next time global events send energy markets into a spin, the answer may be closer to home. And unlike oil fields that take millions of years to form and one day run dry, this one is replanted every season.